Next, we are going into the formal invitation in the letter format. Letter format card invitation is also very easy for you to understand because letters we have revised it more than enough times. So you are all very familiar about how an official letter looks like. All the format of it is exactly the same. There is no change. You start with the sender's address, date, receiver's address, subject, salutation, content, subscription, and that's it. So there is no change in the format. Only part we are looking into is the content part. Now the content part also, since it is an invitation, there is no introduction, conclusion, nothing like that. Just 2 or 3 sentences you are writing as the invitation to officially invite the person, and that is all that is required for a formal letter invitation. So that format also we will go through right now. Now just look at this image that you have in front of you. Here, like I said, first we have the sender's address, which is from Good Samaritan School. Then we have the date, 14th May 2020, or whichever date you want, year you want to give. Then we have the sender's address. This is addressed to PM Agnihotri, District Magistrate of Faryadabad. Then we have the subject. Subject is the invitation for annual day. Then we have respected sir, and the content is given over here. It is with immense pleasure that we wish to celebrate the 25th year in the field of education on 25th May. The year from the day, the time is given, venue is given. Then we say that it shall be considered as a great honor if you could grace the occasion and preside over the function and hand over the prizes to the achievers. Soliciting a line in reply by email to confirm your gracious presence to on gssjubilee@gmail.com. Yours faithfully, the name of the principal and the name of the school. So these are the only things that needs to be included for a formal invitation through letter format. So what are the details over here? You are just directly, there is no introduction, anything is given here. Directly you are giving the event, date, time, venue, everything is mentioned to them. Then we are giving the invitation line. Okay, it would be considered as a great honor if you could be our chief guest, and whatever function that chief guest has to do. If it is to inaugurate an lab or to inaugurate any event, so you can say that we are inviting you to inaugurate this event. If it is for prize distribution, you can say that we are inviting you for the prize distribution. If it is to hoist a flag in honor of the sports day or Independence Day, if it is for hoisting the flag, then you can ask them to hoist the flag. So what is the function of the chief guest, for what purpose you are inviting the chief guest, and also a formal invitation for that person to come to our school. So that is all that is required in the next line. Then the next important line that you have to mention over here is that we have to give the contact details. Now suppose if the chief guest is not coming for the function, we have to choose another chief guest. So reply from that chief guest whether that person is going to come or not. Confirmation, that is very much important. So the last line would be you are asking that person to give his confirmation. So you can also include over there that we are expecting your confirmation by so and so date. So that if he is not willing, then we can arrange for another chief guest. If he is willing, then we can make arrangements for his coming to our school, his or her coming to our school. So that confirmation is required. So that is the soliciting a line in reply, which means that we are expecting your confirmation of coming or not coming. Soliciting a line is a very formal kind of a language. If you want to make it simple, you can also say, please give your confirmation by email on so and so date, by so and so date. That way also you can put it in a very simple language. That is also right. Okay. Then next thing is that you can also ask whether that person requires any conveyance. Conveyance means what? Whether we should pick them up. Okay. Sometimes they will say that they will come in their own vehicle, or sometimes they might be expecting the school people to come and pick that chief guest and drop him back to his home or wherever he is staying. So that is also a very formal way of asking. Okay, you can ask, please inform whether you require conveyance. So that is also one line that you can include in your formal invitation when you are writing through letterhead. Card invitation, all these things are not required. You are just giving the host line, the invitation, the details of the event and the chief guest, and that's it. Okay, so that is all that is required. RSVP for card invitation, but for letter invitation, these two extra points has to be mentioned when you are doing it in a formal way. Then your subscription, which is as we have discussed before. So this is how you are doing a formal invitation through letter format. So two formal invitations we have already studied now. One is the card invitation and the other is the letter invitation. Now let us quickly go through the informal invitation. Informal invitation, like I said, it is through letter format, so it is informal. You can use your personal language over there, and there is not much format to be studied or to be remembered for the informal invitation. It is very simple. Again, since it is an informal invitation, there is no need to elaborate anything and write. Just 2 or 3 sentences, that is all that is required, because you are inviting a number of people. You cannot write all your family history for 10, 20 people or 50 people that you are inviting. So only thing is that you are giving the details and asking them just confirm whether you are coming or not. That's all. So format is also very simple. So let us very quickly go through the informal invitation by letter format. There is another image for the informal invitation through letter format. So first you have the sender's address, then date is there, then directly you are going to the salutation part. Okay, dear Naomi, or whoever person's name you want to put, you can put it over there. We have much pleasure in inviting you to the 21st birthday party which we are organizing for our son Vineet at 6:30 p.m. on 14th October at our residence. We hope that you will be able to come. Just 2 sentences is mentioned over here. Yours sincerely, your name, you can put it over there. So that is all that is required for an informal invitation. Officially, you are just giving the event, date, time, venue, and we hope that you will be able to come. So it is as simple as that. We are hosting a function like this. I hope you will be able to come. All the details of that event is mentioned over there. And that's all. 1 sentence of event line, 1 sentence of confirmation required whether that person will be able to come or not. 2 sentences, and that is there for your informal invitation. So isn't that very simple? This is something very new for you. So please study the formats again and again. Remember it very well. We will also practice more on the invitations in our upcoming classes. So let me just conclude today's class. I hope you all study very well and stay safe at your home. Till we meet again, thank you and have a nice day.